Adi Vachatya Desatarini Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Gurudev Jaya Gurudev Nitai Gaur Haribol Guru Haribol Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai ISKCON Disciple Course ki Jai. All glories to all the students. You are welcome to today's session of our IDC course. In our last class, we learned about selecting a guru, and we started by asking students what they are looking for in a guru. What are we looking for in a guru? So we are looking for somebody who can take us back home back to Godhead, somebody who is very compassionate, somebody who is filled with Krishna Bhakti, somebody who is living by example, somebody who is very versed in the scripture, who can dispel our doubts, somebody who is actually so focused in his service to Krishna that he has no other business. Then we say, what are the qualifications of a bona fide guru? Because for somebody to be a guru or a bona fide guru, there must be some qualifications. So we say, what are some of these qualifications? This is very important. So we made a quotation in the student handbook, page 33. Bacho vegam, manasa kroda vegam, jiva vegam, mudara pasta vegam. Jiva vegam etan yo visa etadira. Salvam apimam pritivim sasisiat. That a sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, that means we're expecting a guru, we're expecting that the guru will tolerate the urge to speak, the mind's demands, will tolerate the demands of the mind. Then it will tolerate the action of anger and the urges of the tongue, belly, and genitals. Such a person is qualified to make disciples all over the world. This is very important because there is a great connection between the ability to control the senses and the ability to lead others back home, back to Godhead. There is a great connection between our ability to control the senses, or someone's ability to control the senses, and the ability to lead others back home, back to Godhead. If you want to lead devotees back home, back to Godhead, it is very, very important that your senses are controlled. The urges of anger is controlled. You have to be extra tolerant. and you have to be very focused yourself. Why? Because the people you are trying to take home back to Godhead, they are deeply involved in worldly activities. They have been involved in worldly activities for many, many lifetimes. So all their impressions, all the impressions in their subtle body, they are all carried over, aggregated impressions of previous lives are carried over into this life. And you want to change that software. It is all the carryover, aggregated previous lifetime impressions that have formed this software, the software that qualify you to take birth in a particular place, to have a particular type of body, to have a particular type of parents. It is the aggregate of many lifetimes of impressions in the mind, because when the physical body dies, the mind does not die. So the mind is the subtle body that carries the soul to the next body. So those impressions qualify somebody to take birth from a particular family. They form the basis of karma and destiny. So to be able to lead somebody out of many lifetimes of compounded impressions that have qualified us to become materially disposed in a particular way, to withdraw them from there and to purify, cleanse the mind, cleanse the intelligence, cleanse the senses, to redirect that person to God. It's not a small job. Because the people you are trying to direct will be behaving like children, they will be behaving like drunkards, they will be behaving like, you know, you have a lot of work to do. So you cannot lead them if you yourself, you are also having those traces of lust, greed, envy, anger, and malice. You have to be free, because somebody whose hands and feet are bound, he cannot unbound others, he cannot free others. Therefore, the rescuer must be liberated. So there is a strong, very strong and great connection between sense control, ability to control the senses, and the ability to lead others back home back to God. Great connection. Because primarily a guru has to be properly situated in self-control. It should be purely situated in self-control. So qualifications of a guru. You want to select a guru? You look at the guru. Is he fully, purely sense-controlled? If not, so that is it. We are saying there is a great connection between one's ability to control the senses and one's ability to lead others back home back to Godhead. Therefore, sense control is a prerequisite for leadership in Krishna consciousness. Sense control is a prerequisite for leading others in Krishna consciousness. Because if the leader is sense controlled, he can influence others. When he talks, others will listen. When he talks, his words are heavy enough to influence because himself is following. If you are a leader, on the other hand, you are not following, you are engaging some of the boys in making connections for you for sense gratification and all that. Very soon, they will openly challenge you. And you yourself, you will be ashamed because they hold your blockers. They know the activities you are into. You have even involved some of them as agents to arrange for your sense gratification. So you cannot say something and they will listen to you. And they will talk me and say, that one living. When you are giving class, they are outside talking. They are not interested. So a leader should be exemplary in the matter of self-control. Then he can lead others in Krishna consciousness. Then the next code there are two basic qualifications of a guru. The qualifications are many, but they are encapsulated into two, so that one can easily swallow the capsule. Just like the medicine, very powerful medicine is made into a small capsule that even a child can swallow. So tad bigana tam sa gunum babiga shet sami pani strotriam brahmanistam. What does that mean? Sami pani means carrying firewood in hand. Sami pani carrying firewood in hand and then going to see the guru. That if you want to approach your spiritual master, if you want to go and see your spiritual master for any reason, you should carry firewood in hand. This firewood, what does it mean? This firewood means it is not just firewood, but you should carry some items that will be useful for the guru in serving his deities or in serving his own spiritual master. So you can take some incense, you can take some fruits, you can take things that he can use that can facilitate him, that can help him in doing his services to his own guru. So that is what it means by carrying the firewood. With firewood in hand, you can go and see your guru. So Sami Pani means carrying firewood in our hands and going to see our guru. So we should carry something. We should not go and see the guru empty-handed. If it is incense, if it is bottles of water that you can afford, if it is flowers that you can afford, you don't need to buy flower with money. You just make some effort, go and pick some very nice flowers that you can offer to his deities. And whatever you know that he can offer to his own deities, you should carry that one in hand. So don't go see guru with empty hand. And Strotriya and Brahmanistan means the guru is expert in hearing about Krishna, from the right source. The right source is the unbroken chain of discipline succession. So the guru must be expert in hearing from his own guru. He should not be a speculator who creates some philosophy from his mental factory and begin to infuse that into his followers. No. He should be very expert in hearing from his own guru, so that you can quote Srila Prabhupada said, Srila Prabhupada said, Srila Prabhupada said, according to Srila Prabhupada in so book, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, according to Srila Prabhupada in Nectar of Devotion, page so you can quote specifically till you quote the paragraph, if possible, paragraph 2 of purport, so that the person can make reference to see that you are not speculating. Because mental speculation is not allowed. Mental speculation is not allowed in Krishna consciousness. you validate points based on Guru Sadhu Sastra. Did your Guru say, did Srila Prabhupada say that? Is there any reference to some pure devotee in the past who said that? Did the scripture say that? Is he talking according to the scripture or according to some past pure devotees, or according to what his guru said, or is just manufacturing some philosophy from his own mental factory? So the guru must be Strotriya and Brahmanistan. He should be expert in hearing from Krishna, hearing of Krishna from the right source. And also, he should be expert in delivering that message to others. And he should not fall down. He should be firmly fixed in his Krishna consciousness. That means he's steady. The guru should be steady in his practice of Krishna consciousness. Should be steadily fixed. My dear brothers and sisters, please put on your videos so that we know that you're actually there. So far, only one person I've seen. Another person has joined. The rest two. Are you there? Mr. Dapwe, 369. Are you there? Bhakti Felicia, are you there? Okay. Our Paul, we know that your network always give you trouble. So
I'm here. Hare Krishna
okay.
Prabhu, please. I'm on my way home. I'm here.
Okay. Reach home fast, okay? I
Okay.
can see Pastor Paul also of worry. He managed to on his video. This time the network not fit swallow am. He had defeated network this evening. Mr. Dakwe is you have not been consistent in your attendance of classes, Mr. Dakwe. So this time you are coming around, you should put on your video, please. Put on your video, because these things we are teaching, they are very, very serious. And we have to take them seriously. They are fundamental, they are basics, things that you should know, things that you should know in Krishna consciousness. So they are very important. Okay. So we said 2 basic qualifications of a guru. First, he should speak only that which he has heard from his guru, or which he has heard from the scripture, or which he has heard from other pure devotees. Okay? And he should be expert in hearing from the right source. Should be expert in hearing from his guru, from pure devotees, and from the scriptures. And he does not fall down. That means he should be firmly fixed in his exemplary devotional service. These are the 2 basic qualifications. And there is a similar verse also. Tasman Guru Prapadjita Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam. Say we do not know Krishna. So we should do Jigyasu about the Uttama Shreya. Jigyasu means we should inquire. Uttama Shreya means the supreme shelter. The supreme shelter is Krishna. And we want the supreme shelter. So since we don't know Krishna, we have to inquire about Krishna from one who has known him. So Shreya. Good. So that we don't see all the secrets. Now this is how it should be. You should put it off. Okay. So
I just decided
you want to speak, you have to put it on. You don't need to put it on when you are speaking there. Back in Felicia. Back in Felicia. Please put off. We don't say leave. Oh. You are leaving. We only say you should put off your voice stuff. Okay. So we do not know Krishna. Krishna is called Uttama Shreya, the supreme shelter. We want to know him. So we should inquire from one who knows him. We should make inquiries, submissive inquiries from somebody who knows the Uttama Shreya, or the ultimate goal. So what is the qualification of such a person, of a guru? First, is expert in 2 things. In Sabda, that means conveying the deep meaning of the Vedas, and Pare, in the rendering of transcendental loving service to Krishna. He should be expert in receiving and conveying the deep meanings of the Vedas. That means he should be able to teach his followers how to apply the principles, because the scriptures give the principles, but the guru should be able to teach his followers how to apply the principles according to time, place, and circumstances. That means the guru should be able to explain to his followers how to apply the principles situationally or according to the situation. That means it could be different strokes for different folks. The same principle is there, but two people may have to apply it differently because the situations in one person, in the two people are not the same. So the guru can give one instruction and the same topic, he will give another instruction to the next person because their situations are not the same. The guru makes the situational analysis and is able to present it according to need, according to the need of the individual. So, Sabde Pare, conveying the deep meanings of the Vedas, and Pare in rendering transcendental loving service, to be expert in rendering service to Krishna. Also, he has fully and firmly taken shelter of the spiritual energy. It does not deviate and does not fall down. The Guru should not fall down. Having said that, we said these are the two qualifications of the Guru. So we should be very, very careful to notice this qualification before selecting a Guru. If you want to select a Guru, look very well. If he's very versed in the philosophy and he knows how to apply the philosophy according to time, place, and circumstances, and is very, very firmly fixed in his own devotional service. That means he's teaching by example. Very firmly fixed in his own devotional service. Then you can select him as a Guru. In other words, the disciples have the right to test the Guru, and the Guru also has the right to test the disciple. You must test first before you, like somebody who wants to go and buy a new phone. Okay, not all new phones can be tested, but you should test the phone before you buy. You want to go and buy any appliance, computer or phone, first you have to test. Because once you give your money, you cannot recover your money again. Your money is gone. It becomes a problem. So you have to test to see that this phone is actually working before you pay. So to take in a Guru is just like wanting to buy an electronic. Once you commit yourself taking a Guru, you can't reject him anymore. So you have to look out for those qualifications first before you select a Guru. First, he must not speculate. He should be hearing. He should be firmly fixed in hearing from Srila Prabhupada. He should be firmly fixed in hearing from other pure devotees. And he should be firmly fixed in hearing from the scriptures. Guru, Sadhu, Sastra. These three must be there. And whatever he says can be validated by Guru, Sadhu, Sastra. He does not create philosophy from his own mind and sell it to others. No. No mental speculation allowed. Okay. Test the Guru before you submit, because submitting your life, and there are some qualifications there. We'll come to that. So we say, okay, we say, what are some inappropriate reasons for selecting a Guru? Some reasons for selecting a Guru are appropriate, and others are inappropriate. So we should avoid the inappropriate and follow the appropriate. So what are some of the inappropriate reasons for accepting a Guru? Oh, one of the reasons that one can say, oh, all others are taking initiation from that Guru. That Guru is very popular. And all others are taking initiation from that particular Guru. So I will also take from him without thinking. Since everybody is taking from that Guru is very popular, we also take from him. That is inappropriate reasons. Then it must have basic sound philosophy or philosophical foundation. You see, a Guru must have basic sound philosophical foundation. That is appropriate reason. But you don't take Guru because others are your friends have taken initiation from that particular group. So when you also take initiation from that same guru, you will be on the same page. So that is the reason why you are taking initiation from. You are selecting a particular guru. So first, judging is not allowed in Krishna consciousness. To judge others. To judge others in Krishna consciousness is not allowed. So we are not saying you should go about trying to judge the guru. But discrimination is allowed. Judging is not allowed. Even other devotees, judging other devotees is not allowed. But discrimination on the basis of Guru, Sadhu, and Sastra is allowed. Discrimination is allowed. But judging is not allowed. And that discrimination should be based on Guru, Sadhu, Sastra. Is that what the Guru said? In this case, we can say, is that what the Prabhupada said? Is that what other pure devotees of the past? Is that what Narada Muni said? Or the Mahajans? We have to find out. Is that what the scripture says? So Guru, Sadhu, and Sastra. This will be the parameters for measuring, your discrimination. So judgment is not allowed, judging others is not allowed, but discrimination on the basis of Guru, Sadhu, and Sastra is allowed. So take note of that. Judging means to speculate with our own minds, but discrimination means to validate something based on Guru, Sadhu, and Sastra. That is the meaning. And one should not take initiation from a guru because all others are taking initiation as a matter of social convention. No. You should take initiation from a guru with faith, with the strong conviction that the guru's devotional life inspires you. He's very strict about the rules and regulations and is following very exemplarily, and that inspires you to want to take initiation. Not that everybody is taking, so me too, I will take. Especially when Guru comes, when there is initiation time, you see, everybody want to take. It's paining them that they are not taking while their mates are taking. It should not be that. That is social convention. But you should take initiation that you are ready to follow the instructions of the Guru. You want to make advancement in spiritual life and you mean it sincerely and take initiation. If you are not done with your sense gratification or your so-called cleverness, forget it. Then we can take Guru based on what our hearts resonate with. Okay? If our hearts resonate with a particular Guru's way of doing things, we get inspired by him, by his presence, by his way of doing things, then we can take. And we should not take initiation from a guru based on his external charisma, how he carries his body, how he smiles, how he dances, how he has many followers. And therefore we think that it's very powerful, then we take. No. Or we say American guru is better than Indian guru, or Indian guru is better than African guru. So this person is an Indian, so automatically the culture started from there. So we take initiation from an Indian guru, not an African guru. You begin to see African guru, American guru, Western guru, and Indian guru. If you base on externals, you will miss the point. Because what we are doing is not on the bodily platform. This is how evolved the particular soul is. In India, don't you see prostitutes? Don't you see drunkards? Don't you see all kinds of people, crooked people? So if you take the initiation because it is an Indian body, you are missing the point. If it's an Indian body and it's also very strict in following, you can take from him. So the criteria should not be the color of his body or his material education or the color or the place of origin. Okay? Don't judge based on externals. Judgment is based on mental speculation. So discriminate according to gurus that you have searched for. So if someone is expert in Vedic rituals but not having strong attachment to Krishna Bhakti, please do not take him as a guru. Somebody expert in doing fire sacrifices, doing this ceremony, doing that ceremony, but if you see that his Krishna consciousness is not very strong, he's not attached to the principles of Krishna consciousness, don't take him as a guru. He looks very attractive. He's very eloquent. He dresses very nicely. I like the way he smiles. These are external reasons. They are not reasons for you to take someone as a guru. So, what are some of the consequences for following a guru for the wrong reason? If we follow a guru for the wrong reasons, we will not follow him wholeheartedly. We will be conditional followers. We will not follow him wholeheartedly. So don't take a guru. If you take a guru based on external circumstances, then there are some consequences. One of the consequences is that you will not follow him wholeheartedly. And thus, you will commit guru apparat, the process. You start offending your guru. If you take guru based on external considerations, you will not follow him wholeheartedly, and very soon you will start committing offenses against the guru, start finding fault with him. Some of the immediate consequences. And you make slow progress in your spiritual life. Your spiritual life will be very, very slow. And you yourself will not be exemplary. And sometimes you become critical. And become hypercritical or cynical. Okay, then comparison, you begin to compare that guru with other gurus, and thus you will create conflict. You'll be among those who are creating in groups and out groups. Neophytes in the temple who are creating in groups and out groups, you'll be among them because you took a guru for external reasons, not the real reasons. What does it really mean that the guru-disciple relationship continues after life? Okay, we leave that because it's a lifetime activity. It's actually taking you back to God. So it's a commitment, serious commitment. That's why the business is very serious. That's why the guru, in the presence of everybody, you say you're part of the contract. We are going into a contract. I want to take you back to God. Provided you follow the 4 regulative principles and you chant 16 rounds. So it's a contract. You see? It's a contractual relationship. You have what you should do. You are supposed to follow the 4 regulative principles. You are supposed to chant 16 rounds at least. These are the conditions first. That's why you make those vows. Then the guru say, okay, then I will take responsibility for your going back to Godhead. Your new name is Iswari Devidasi. Your new name is Parasuram Das. You see, we look for some very advanced devotees. He wants you to follow in their footsteps, so he gives you that name. As long as you are ready to follow the four regulative principles and chant 16 rounds, yes, I will take responsibility for taking you back on back to God. That is the meaning of that initiation. So it's very, very important that we take initiation with the right understanding. We should not take initiations based on externals. Oh, this guru is very charismatic. He knows how to sing. He has many followers. He's very powerful. He's an American. I will have opportunity to go to America. American gurus are better than Indian gurus because the Americans, they have so many facilities. You can dash you a laptop, can give you just powerful gadgets. Yeah? I will take Africans, they are not part of the Vedic stratification. Africans are like outcasts as far as Vedic concerns. How can I take Africa as a group? You begin to see devotees on the platform or the bodily platform. He's an African, he's an Indian, he's a Westerner. So if you take guru because of wrong reasons, the consequences are: one, you will not follow him wholeheartedly, you will commit guru apparatus, your progress will be very, very slow, you yourself will not be exemplary, and sometimes you become critical and cynical, and you begin to compare your guru to other gurus, and you create in-groups and out-groups. You become the active neophytes in the temple, creating foundations for conflicts. Huh? So that is it. It is important that the guru is willing to take you back to God. But don't make it difficult for him. If you make it too difficult, the guru can renounce you. He will remember the vows you took at the time of initiation. If you consistently deviate, at a point, the super soul will remind the guru that this person made some vows before you gave him the initiation. This is not following those vows again. Then naturally, automatically, the contract is terminated. You see? So don't try to become heavyweight for the guru to carry by holding on to your previous ways of life. The guru is not obliged like that. It's a contract. The guru don't fail to ask that question. Before he give you the name, he must have. Are you ready to follow what are the principles we follow? Oh, even before he says, no illicit, no gambling, no intoxication of meat, no meat eating fish or egg. What of crayfish? And then I ask you, what of crayfish? Say, no crayfish. No crayfish. What of streams or something? No. What of palm wine? No. So the guru expects you to follow and maintain your vows. Then we say, what are the first steps in taking a guru? First, 1 year preparation period. Then you take shelter of Srila Prabhupada by chanting Srila Prabhupada's name whenever you offer obeisances, and also by following accepting Prabhupada as your preeminent guru. Then you take shelter of the Diksha Guru. Also, you take shelter of the Siksha Guru by following their instructions. Then, finally, you are given the initiation. Period of 1 year, you'll be observed very seriously. Authority will observe you. And Have you become a dry wood now? Dry enough to enter the fire? That is the observation. They'll be watching your activities. If you are following consistently, attending programs and following, chanting, developing appreciation for devotees, they are seeing, making some efforts to preach. Then they say, is it now a dry wood, dry enough to enter the fire? Say yes. If the answer is yes, then you are recommended. Next time when the Guru comes, they recommend you and you take your initiation. Then along the line, say you need to also do your ISKCON disciple course, because all these things we are talking, you need to know them before you take initiation. So have you done the ISKCON disciple course? It's a big question. They say yes. Okay, that means he knows a lot of things already. Then you can take initiation. Okay, then we talk all that. Once you take initiation or you are a devotee seriously, once you consider yourself a serious devotee, you must not play with your morning programs. Now, if you are alone, if you are in your house and you cannot wake up to do everything, you are preparing to go to work at the same time, that is the time that you have to chant your rounds, and that is the time you have to first wake up earlier. You have to sleep early, wake up early. Then if you are in your home, you cannot do Mangalarati, then you should record your own singing. Record your own singing of Mangalati. When you are alone, you sing Mangalati. When you are free, when the atmosphere is clear, you sing Mangalati and record it. Sing the Singadeva and record it. Sing all the songs and record them. So that when you are arranging yourself to prepare for work, you are playing it. You are playing it in your house, and that is equivalent to attending Mangalati situationally. Okay, so we should take shelter of these gadgets. Should get an MP3 whereby these songs are all recorded so that you can play them. Be playing them while you are doing other things. And you just jam everything together and offer obeisances. And go for your work. So, but don't joke with it. It is one of the signs of seriousness of a devotee. Is affinity for morning program, because the morning programs, they form the foundation for the day. So strengthen yourself before you leave the house. Very, very important. Then we say in the material world, people are always postponing their surrender to Krishna. But we are saying, do not follow them in this postponement program. You should start now. The generality of people are postponing. Sometimes say, when I become old, when I like 50, 60, then I will take my devotional service very seriously. You don't know when you are going to leave your body. So don't join the generality of people in this postponement business. It's not healthy. Postponing all your surrender to Krishna. Later I will surrender. Okay, after this next 5 years of intense sense gratification, then I will give them up. After 10 years, okay, now I'm going to follow this regulative principle, but these 5 years, I will gratify the principles well. After 5 years, I will stop. Don't postpone. Don't join them in that postponement. Now, the time is now, because one can leave his body anytime. One can leave his body anytime. So it should be now. Your devotional service should begin now, and it should be very, very strong. Okay? We should not emotionally pre-program people, to taking initiation from a particular guru. We should be open-minded and let the potential disciples themselves, they should study the family, and they should take initiation from any guru that inspires them. And our preaching is that all gurus are one. So authorities should not induce potential disciples to take initiation from a particular guru. This is my guru, I'm the temple president. So you should take initiation from my guru. If you take initiation from my guru, you get my favor automatically. I will favor you. When there is any facility, I will consider you first. Eh? You are fanning the fire of discrimination in the spiritual environment. Eh? You are bringing materialism into spiritual life. Don't get influenced by anybody in position as a matter of taking your guru, selecting your guru. Okay, so we should also schedule our timings. Then there are some objective criteria for selecting our Diksha Guru, given by Srila Rupa Goswami, the father of this movement. So first, ask yourself, do I have full conviction in this guru, or in this guru's character, and this guru's capacity, and this guru's competence and care in offering inspiration, in offering education and training, and in certain facilities in practicing Krishna consciousness? Ask yourself this question. First question is you ask yourself. These are some criteria for selecting a guru. So before you select a guru, ask yourself this question. Do I have full conviction and faith in this guru's character, in this guru's capacity, in this guru's competence, in this guru's care in offering inspiration? Do I have faith and conviction in this guru's education and training programs, and in certain facilities for practice of Krishna consciousness? Is he ready to create a favorable environment? Ask this question first. Does he have the capacity? Does he have the competence? Does he have the care, enough fatherly care? Is he really educated in the scriptures? I mean, not material education, no. At least a fixed faith in or firm conviction in the conclusion of the scriptures. Then again, ask, what is his alignment with Srila Prabhupada? This particular person, is he a Prabhupada Nunga? Is he a very strong follower of Srila Prabhupada? How strong is he aligned to what Srila Prabhupada wants? Ask yourself this question. Then ask yourself this question again. Third question. Am I particularly inspired by his instructions or by his physical presence? When he's physically present, I am inspired. But when he leaves, am I inspired by his instructions so that I want to carry out, implement his instructions while he's physically away? Ask yourself that question. What is his commitment to my upliftment in Krishna consciousness, directly or indirectly? So anyway, these are some of the things in the previous. It was not properly concluded. The little things are added. So now we are going to the next class. Initiation vows. Initiation vows. Lesson 7. How do we maintain our vows to the end of our lives? What are these 4 vows and why do we take them? What are these 4 vows? And why do we take them? How do I maintain my vows to the end of my life? Because it's a lifetime commitment you are going into. I say, what are these vows? And why do I need to take them? Then what is the relationship between these vows and the 4 pillars of religion? You need to know the relationship between these vows and the 4 pillars of religion. There are 4 pillars of religion. And what are these 4 pillars of religion? That means religion is standing on 4 legs. And what are the pillars? The religion is standing on 4 legs. And what are these 4 legs? And it is symbolically, the 4 pillars are symbolically represented by a bull or a cow. The cow is the symbolic representation of the 4 pillars of religion. The 4 pillars of religion are truthfulness, cleanliness, austerity or self-control, and compassion toward other living beings or mercy. The 4 pillars of religion are truthfulness, cleanliness, austerity, and compassion. Compassion towards other living beings. That can also be summarized as mercy. Austerity, we can equate it with self-control. Austerity is synonymous to self-control. And compassion is synonymous to mercy or equivalent to mercy. So these are the 4 pillars of religion. And they represent the 4 legs of a cow, the 4 legs of a bull. A bull is standing on 4 legs. Once you see a cow, you see 4 legs. The 4 pillars of religion represent the 4 legs of the bull. 1 leg is truthfulness, 1 leg is cleanliness, 1 leg is austerity, and the last leg is mercy or compassion. These are the 4 legs of religion. So Dharma or religion is standing on 4 pillars. If any one of these pillars is destroyed, it becomes a wobbling condition. Imagine 1 leg of a chair is broken. If a chair is having 4 legs and 1 leg is broken, it becomes a wobbling condition. It can just tumble like that, wobble like that, and wobble like that. So imagine if a car is standing on 4 legs and 1 of the legs is broken. When it's moving, that 3-legged cow is moving. You can see how it will be wobbling. There will be no balance. So similarly, religion is standing on 4 legs. And if any of the 4 legs is broken, it affects the balance of religion. There will be imbalance. So, according to the diagram, on page 38 of the student's handbook, there is a diagram on page 38 of the student handbook. There, no meat eating. These are the 4 regulatory principles there on the left side. No meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling. Can any of you remember the 4 regulatory principles? Even the child today who joined this knows them. Can somebody recount the 4 regulatory principles for us to hear?
Krishna,
yes.
We have no meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, and no gambling. That's the 4
No gambling, yes. And in Sanskrit, they represent meat eating, no meat eating, because meat eating destroys one of the legs of the cow. Which leg does meat eating destroy? Because we said the cow is standing on 4 legs, and these 4 legs symbolically represent the 4 pillars of religion. And we said these 4 pillars of religion are truthfulness, mercy, austerity, and cleanliness. So, which of the principles break which of the legs? Meat eating, no meat eating. Meat eating breaks which of the legs of religion?
Compassion.
Compassion or mercy, yes. And this compassion is compassion towards all the living entities. So, meat eating destroys the leg of religion called mercy or compassion. Yes, which leg is broken by intoxication? I will call another person, not Dr. Israel. Dr. Israel, don't answer again. Dr. Paul of Nkoko, answer the next one. Intoxication breaks which are the legs of religion? Religion symbolically here is standing on 4 legs, and these 4 legs are the 4 legs of a bull or a cow. I would say, huh?
Yeah. Yes, that one, it breaks the leg. That is cleanliness.
Intoxication breaks. No.
The leg, which is the cleanliness. What stands for cleanliness? It just breaks that one. Cleanliness. Cleanliness.
It's correct, but not exactly. The way what we expect is not what you are saying now. Though it's also correct philosophically. But specifically, intoxication breaks one of the legs. What will happen if somebody drinks? Somebody drink kankan or gogoro. First, he will begin to talk loosely. He can get up and talk and be staggering and be giving order. I will beat you. But even just the beat self to say it from the mouth, it's like heavy load he carry. He's staggering back. And he can fall down there and get up and talk shamelessly. So which leg is broken by intoxication? Your answer is close, but not exact.
The explanation you just gave now, I think that should be the area of truthfulness.
Oh, that is also close. That is also close, but not exactly. But if we look at gambling will break truthfulness more.
Wow. Krishna, for you.
So get it because this is part of the exam question. So
Krishna, Prabhu, can I try?
Hare Krishna. No, not you yet. I tell A15 right.
I think.
Okay, Paul, you can try.
I think we have 4. I've talked about cleanliness and truthfulness. The next one that we go is austerity.
It's austerity. Intoxication break the legs called austerity. Austerity or self-control. austerity or self-control. Intoxication breaks austerity or self-control. Another word for austerity here is
Yes.
self-control. Intoxication breaks self-control. The leg of the bull called self-control. Intoxication breaks it. Austerity. Yeah, then illicit sex also break one of the legs. Which leg does illicit sex break? Okay, one who has not answered. Somebody who has not answered before. I tell A58 lights. I tell you, answer this question. If you are having the name I tell A58 lights, then answer this question. Which of the legs of religion illicit sex destroys? The 4 legs are truthfulness, mercy, cleanliness, and austerity. But illicit sex will break one of these legs. Which are the legs? Make attempt now, Prabhu. Make attempt. If you are with us, make attempt. I tell is you I'm talking to. I tell is refusing to make attempt. Are you afraid? We're not marking against you now. I tell is still not making attempt. Okay, can somebody save Itel? Which of the legs illicit says break?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
It breaks the leg of cleanliness.
Illicit sex breaks the leg called cleanliness. Yes. In Sanskrit, it's called Socham. Socham. So illicit sex breaks the leg cleanliness because you'll be clean both from within and without because your consciousness will be polluted. Because to have illicit sex, you have to plan for it. You have to strategize. And the act itself is just the result of the mental game you have already played. So it pollutes the consciousness. You see. In fact, all sense gratification, the chief of all the sense gratification or the culmination of sense gratification is illicit sex. So it breaks the leg cleanliness. It pollutes the consciousness when that is done. Then gambling. Gambling breaks which of the legs? Big leg, oh. Big leg. Gambling breaks one leg that is very big. Maybe the front, one of the front legs of the bull. Gambling breaks it. Huh? Yes, somebody should answer this question. Somebody has not answered before. Okay, carry on, Paul.
It breaks the leg of truthfulness.
Truthfulness. In Kali Yuga, it is said that all the legs have been broken except truthfulness. Truthfulness is also half broken in this age now. There is no leg called mercy. That's why you have slaughterhouses everywhere. And they kill the animals in some fashion. It's terrible. Then tapa, austerity is not there because of intoxication. Truthfulness is not there. No. Cleanliness is not there because of illicit sex. And truthfulness is shaky. Seriously shaky. Truthfulness is seriously shaky. and because of gambling. Lie, wayo. Like you have a footballer want to go and score goal. He has to play open wayo. Wayo is allowed. You move your body this way, whereas it is the other way you want to move, go. As soon as you make the other guy go this way, you run the other way and you go and score. You cannot go and score if you are going straight. They will attack you. Huh? You can't. And it is the demand of the environment now. The environment is so polluted that if you are truthful, you cannot achieve anything. If you are truthful, you cannot achieve anything. Just like when you go into the forest, you see any tree that is straight. All the straight trees have been cut down already. Once you are straight in the forest, as if it's an offense, you'll be the net to be cut down. You see? But if you are crooked, you can stand for long. So only the crooked people in Kali Yuga are surviving, making money. To make money, you have to be crooked. To get any position, you have to be crooked and duplicitous. You know, like this. If you want to be truthful, it's like they will ask you, how can a cockroach be innocent in the gathering of fowls? All the crooked people will identify you as the crooked person. And they will just label allegations against you and they will remove you, because if you are there, you are going to expose their crookedness. So they will gang together. The crooked people will gang together. They will eliminate the truthful one. So that's in the gathering of fowls, a cockroach cannot be innocent. We say, how can a cockroach be innocent in the gathering of fowls? Bakhtin Atta, you are seriously distracted today. I don't know what you are thinking about. Eh? I don't know what you are thinking about. Don't think about anything else. Bring your mind here and stay. Don't look anywhere. Just stay and be looking front. That's all. They say, can a cockroach be innocent in the gathering of fowls? Yes or no? Eh? Bakhtin Atta, answer me. Can a cockroach be innocent in the gathering of fowls? Answer. You raise your hand, but you are not talking. You don't know how to even unmute yourself. You don't know how to unmute yourself.
Prabhu, no, the cockroach cannot be innocent in front of the fowls.
Yes.
Nice.
Because all the fowls will gather together because they want to eat the cockroach. They will judge him and find him guilty. They will find the cockroach guilty and they will eat it to justify their action. Because they already have a desire to eat it. How can you say you are innocent? A cockroach cannot be innocent in the gathering of fowls. So this is the way of lack of truthfulness and gambling, duplicity. People are practicing how to be duplicitous. So they are shaking the leg of truthfulness. Oh yeah, you should mute now. You should mute now because the person is distracting you now. Okay. So we said this definition, not having the okay. Okay, we have analyzed this now. That illicit sex breaks cleanliness, gambling destroys truthfulness, meat eating destroys mercy or compassion, and intoxication destroys austerity. Now, what does it mean by no illicit sex? We are going to analyze them one by one now. Illicit sex, by definition, means not having premarital or extramarital affairs. Illicit sex also means sex outside of the desire for procreation. So what is allowed is sex for procreation. That means you are ready to take responsibility for your action. And that also means no artificial means should be employed. In sex, no artificial means should be employed. It also means looking every other woman apart from your wife as a mother. That is also the meaning of no illicit sex. And also for women, looking every other man as your son is the meaning of no illicit sex. See the definition of no illicit sex? Not having premarital or extramarital sex. Then sex only for the purpose of procreation. That means you are ready for the result of sex. You will get a child, you pregnant a wife, and you give birth to a child, and you will take care of the child for the rest of your life. So that is the meaning of no illicit sex. Then it also means no artificial means to be employed. People employ artificial means for sex. No any instruments, no artificial, no machines. Looking every other woman as a mother. If you are a man, you have to see every other woman as a mother. Every other woman apart from your wife as your mother. And if you are a woman, you should see every other man apart from your husband as your son. So this is the meaning of no illicit sex. And also there are a few more injunctions, negative injunctions on illicit sex. There should be no sex in thoughts, words, and deeds. Don't think about it. Don't talk about it. And don't plan to do it. Don't think about it. Don't talk about it. Don't plan it. The meaning of no illicit sex. Don't think about it. Don't talk about it. Don't plan it. The meaning of no illicit sex. Very, very serious. The meaning of no illicit sex. No illicit sex in thoughts, in words, and in deeds. Meaning don't think about it, don't talk about it, and don't plan it. Because before the physical thing will take place, it won't start with contemplation. You'll be thinking about it. That's why in Bhagavad Gita 6, Bhagavad Gita 262 or so, 261 to 62. 1 to 262. 262. There are 3 verses put together, so it will be 262 and 263. 262 and 263. That these are the 8 stages of fall down. Falling down is not just you just hear that the person fall down. No, there are 8 stages of fall down before somebody physically fall down. Go and commit illicit sex. There are 8 stages. Diyato Visaya Pumsa, Sangas te Supajayati, Sangas Sanjayati Kama Kudu Abijayati. Kuda Babati Samoha, Smriti Bibra, Smriti Bramsa Bujina, so Bujina Sakonashiti. While contemplating the object of the senses, a person develops attachment for them. So the first stage is contemplation. The second stage is attachment. And from attachment develops lust. Lust is the third stage. And from lust, anger arises. So 62 has 4 out of the 8 stages of fall down. Then 63 has 4 also. From anger, complete delusion arises. And from delusion, bewilderment of memory. So delusion, bewilderment of memory. And when memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. And when intelligence is lost, one falls down. So delusion, bewilderment of memory, loss of intelligence, then fall down. So these are the 8 stages of fall down. So the whole thing begins with contemplation. So illicit sex also begins with contemplation. So no illicit sex means don't think about it, don't talk about it, don't plan it. Also avoid exposure to it. Don't go and be watching pornographic videos. There was a story of Ajamila in the Bhagavatam. Ajamila was a very well-trained Brahmana. Big Brahmana. He was born into a Brahmana family. Imagine, your father is a Brahmana, your mother is a Brahmin, and you were born into that family. So he practiced for a long time. Then one day, he was coming from somewhere. Then he saw a boy and a girl lost into themselves in an embrace, lost, completely oblivious of their immediate environment. They were in another world. And Brahmana Jamila saw them. He looked at them. He began to imagine, contemplate. He began to. Then he went home. Then he later come back and started looking for this girl. He found her. Then he approached her. That day I saw you like this. I like the thing you were doing. Can I become the man who did that with you? I want to experience it. In this way, the prostitute agreed for him. And before he realized, Jamila forgot all his devotional practices. He forgot his japa bead, he forgot his vows, and he was absorbed in trying to please the opposite sex. They gave birth to children. They got married, gave birth to children, many children. But he was lucky, all the children, he used to call them spiritual names. So the last one he called him Narayan. So when he was about to die, then the Yamadutas, the soldier messengers of Yamaraj, appeared to take him away. So out of fear, he called his last son's name. He didn't remember Krishna, but he called him Narayan. So he was calling out for his last son, Narayan, Narayan, because they came, they are very ferocious, ugly, the teeth very long, and their hair scattered, and very strong physically, and they are very deadly looking. Out of fear, Ajamila cried out, Narayan, calling for his last son to come and save him. Coincidentally, Narayan is the name of Krishna. Then immediately, Krishna messengers of Vishnu Dutas appear, full of effulgence, divine being. These are servants of Vishnu. They appear there, and their effulgence just dissipated everything that was there. The Yamadutas were not to be seen even. So they intervened. Stop! Don't take him out, because at the time of death, the messengers of Yamaraj, the Lord of Death, they will come and extract the soul out of the physical body. They extract the soul out of the physical body. They were coming to extract his soul. And he coincidentally called the name of his son. And immediately Vishnu Nutras appeared. Everywhere was bright. There was day. Darkness just disappeared. And they saved him. Immediately Yamadutas ran back to their master, Yamaraj. Offer obeisances. Immediately, breathing very hard. Say, today something has happened. Is there anything you are not telling us? Is there anybody superior to you? Today something happened. This sinful man, Ajamila, we went to take his soul. And in the process, some beings just appeared, divinely. We cannot even open our eyes to see them, because they were full of effulgence. And they just stopped us. And Is there anybody superior to you? And you have not told us anything, you are not telling us, and somebody superior to you, how could this happen? All along, we have been the superior person, and your other used to reign supreme, but this thing that has happened, it defies your laws. Who are they? Then he begins to explain, say, actually, I'm not the supreme personality. Say, actually, actually, I'm not the supreme personality of God. It's called Vishnu, the supreme Lord. And his messengers are called Vishnu Dutas. So they appeared on the scene. So, but you never told us before. That. So anyway, it has happened. Anywhere you hear Vishnu name being pronounced, don't go there. If at the time of death somebody is calling Vishnu name, don't go there. And if somebody is wearing neck bead, don't go there, because these are devotees of Vishnu. We don't approach devotees of Vishnu. I didn't tell you this before, because the devotees of Vishnu are very rare to find. So now you should know it. Anywhere you see the holy name being chanted, don't just go there. So in this way, we are also secured. You see? So this is it. Let us be very careful. Ajamila, what happened to Ajamila can happen to anybody if we begin to talk about it, plan it, and begin to contemplate on it. Think about it, talk about it, and plan it. Now, if we expose ourselves to pornographic videos and things like that, we are taking a risk. What happened to Ajamila can happen to us. And we might not be lucky enough to get our children named Vishnu names and call them and their intervention. So let's be very, very careful. So that is it. Therefore, it is said that first glance, when you see a very beautiful lady dressed in some, tempting way, the first glance, if you see that for the first time, first glance, it is innocent. First glance, because you cannot close your eyes and moving on the street now. Even sannyasis, they see them. If you close your eyes, you just bump into something and you wound yourself. So don't close your eyes, you will see. But first sight is considered innocent. You are innocent. But if you glance for the second time, after the first one, that innocent, when you pass it, and you sit on and look again, that means you are becoming purposeful. First glance is innocent, second glance is purposeful, third glance, if you still look again, then you are a rascal. You fall into the realm of rascaldom if you glance for the third time. That means contemplation is taking place now. So let us be very careful to protect ourselves. Okay? Don't close your eyes when you are walking on the streets, so that you don't fall into a ditch or bump into somebody else or bump into a car and get accident. But don't look the second time. What to talk of the third time, unless you will be labeled as a rascal by devotees. Even the second one, they already label you as being purposeful. When you want to talk of, we go and look for the third time. Some people, even when they are moving with their guru, they are going to a place with their guru. They see some figures in some way. They look again. Look at this beautiful. They sneak to look, and they look. They say that even when guru is there, they just backslide small, and they fall behind, and they look very well for the last time. That is rascaldom. So be careful to avoid contemplation. Okay? And if our colleagues bring these talks to us, what do? We can walk away, because as you are working in some offices, your colleagues can bring these topics to you. You will not initiate it, they will come and initiate these topics. And if you are not careful, the way you will behave, they can, as a devotee, they can start labeling you antisocial. And you don't want to be labeled as antisocial. So if you entertain those talks, then you are exposing yourself for pollution. So what do you do in such a situation? What do you do? Back up Isaac, the latecomer. But Isaac, the latecomer. What do you do in such a situation? You don't want to talk about it, or you don't want to talk anything about it, but your friend come and begin to talk about it. Hey, I saw one girl today. This girl, if you see her figure, God the create. He personally created her. And you see what he was wearing? Hey, oh boy. Why didn't I go and take her number myself? I was feeling shy, so I didn't go take her number, but I saw the direction she was going. I will mark today, and this time of the day, tomorrow I will go and hang around it. Then what do you do? What will you do? This is your friend, though. Is bringing these unacceptable topics to you. What will you do? Will you act in a way that they label you as antisocial? What will you do with it?
Okay. The first thing I will do is I'll tell him to stop that conversation that he's starting. And if he refuses to stop and he continues talking about it, I'd rather leave his place or find my way out from him so that I'll not be close to him, that I'll be listening to whatever he's saying. Maybe we will be like 4 in number. I'm the only one who is not interested in that kind of talk. So the best way is to move out from them so that you continue the conversation with the other people. Because if I start to talk against him, maybe it will cause some problem at that moment. So the best way is to walk away from them. And I have some of my colleagues who used to do that. So sometimes I always work with my AirPod. So in this situation, I always use my AirPod and I'll be listening to Krishna songs and other songs of, and maybe some preaching of Srila Prabhupada. Yes.
Yeah. The practical, yes. The important thing is you don't entertain those kind of, because you know the consequences. For them, they are absorbed in it. They're already swimming inside, so it makes no difference. But you know the consequences. So you don't entertain it, and if they insist talking about it, you can try to change the topic. If they don't agree, you walk away. You walk away. Okay. So your posture should be always, you are not interested in, you are not ready to entertain all those polluting talks. Okay? Talk to him very strictly. And if he doesn't want to change the topic, then you can walk away. But if it is a situation whereby you cannot walk away, you are in the office, same office, and you are working in the same office, what will you do? You say, okay, you can put your iPod in your ears. You can feel insulted that he's talking with you and you are blocking your ears. So anyway, that is it. the technique is, first, you try to talk to him swiftly, that you don't entertain those kind of talks. If that doesn't work, then you can tell him to talk about some other topics, or you bring some other topics. And if he's not still ready to work, if that still doesn't work, then you can tell him, now if you continue this kind of talk, I will report you to our master, because we are working under somebody, and I cannot leave the office for you. But you are insisting on talking this to me. I'm not interested in those talks, and you are insisting on. I will tell our director that this is what you are doing. That is extreme, Sha. That is extreme. But if he doesn't agree at all and you continue, you can do something like that. Then out of fear, you can just stop it. You can use that tactics for him. But the best thing is to try to persuade him. And if persuasion fails, you just walk away, or you just put your iPod. You listen to other things as he's trying to talk. Okay. Okay. You should try to develop a healthy disgust towards things like that. We should develop a healthy disgust. In fact, in Krishna consciousness, sometimes our devotees are not. Some other groups they classify us as people who are not very much afraid of Maya, because we talk about these things as if it doesn't matter. Sometimes some devotees, others in other movements, talks like this are very, very serious. They don't take it at all. Other movements where they have monks, and the monks, they strictly, topics like this are banned. The devotees are a little bit more liberal. But when you know the consequences, you should be very careful not to entertain any pollutants. So, while talking about the negativity or the negative influences or negative action, negative way, avoidance level, then there should be some positive approach also. While avoiding the negative, you have to do some positive. Okay? So, what are some of the positive ways that we can practice cleanliness? To practice cleanliness in a negative way is to do all this avoidance, walking away, not. But what are some positive ways we can practice this cleanliness? As we have said, example, according to Chanakya Pandit, as we mentioned earlier, we should try to treat every woman as our mother. Every woman who is not our wife, we should try to treat them as our mother. A mother can stay with you, be with you, talk with you, but you don't have lusty feelings towards your mother. So try to see every woman apart from your wife as your mother. That can have some effect in your consciousness. Then we should also try to treat other men's properties as garbage. If somebody has some very nice, you don't become too, attracted by it, that you become envious of the person, that you want to compare yourself and you want to also try to get that. Don't enter into that competition. Whatever everyone else has, he has that thing because it is his karma. It is his karma, and he's getting that. Don't become envious of him and try to get the same thing also. So you should treat every other man's property as garbage, whether house or they don't, then as if they don't really exist. You admire them, but you don't become, too attracted by other people's properties and begin to compare yourself and begin to blame yourself. It can lead to many things. So that is another positive way. Otherwise, your consciousness can become polluted. Then you should treat other people the way you want to be treated. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. That is another way of positive way of practicing cleanliness. So that envy and greed will not remain in your consciousness, because those things are subtle pollutants. They are the things that constitute uncleanliness: envy, greed, jealousy, malice, also. So treat others the way you will want to be treated. It's just a clue. How do we positively practice cleanliness? Avoid unnecessary free mixing with men and women. Yes, you give that distance, social distance. Avoid unnecessary free mixing. If you are a man, avoid unnecessary free mixing. Unnecessary means if necessity arises, you can stay in the same place with a woman is doing some work that you need to be doing. Just you are doing some work, you don't become too timid or whatever. No. But unnecessary. When the thing is crossing the line into lust, you will know. You know. You know. Start praising the way they dress, how the perfumes you wear, they smell nice, how a shoe, how start grossly trying to enter into our mind. You are crossing the boundary. So you relate on principle. Okay. Then you should also chant internally. Chant internal japa. Chant internal japa. In your mind, you should be chanting always. Not that it's only when you carry chanting bead and back that you can chant. You should always chant inside your mind. Okay? Chant inside your mind. And that's why Lord Chaitanya said, Chetu Dapana Majanam Baba Maha Dabagni Nivarpanam. This chanting is the cleansing of the mirror of the heart. It's cleansing the dust in the mirror of the heart. So, for you to remain clean, you should constantly associate your mind with the all-purifying Supreme Personality of Godhead by chanting His holy names silently, internally. If we are always chanting internally, automatically we are situated in cleanliness, secretly situated in cleanliness. So in your mind, wherever you are, even if you are in the office, you'll be chanting in your mind. Nobody will see you chanting. Understand? Even if you are in the office, you'll be chanting with your mind unseen by anybody. Even if you are talking with somebody in your working place, you'll be chanting in your mind unseen by anyone. Wherever you are, you can be chanting in your mind unseen by anyone. This is mystical. Your connection becomes very mystical that connection with Krishna become very mystical and nourishing. And if you practice that, cleanliness is assured, is guaranteed. Constantly chant internal japa. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In your mind, always. This cleanses the mirror of the heart. So when we say cleanliness, this is true cleanliness. Cleanliness indeed. Chanting the holy name. In your mind. Always. Okay, are you ready to do that? Ready to do that anywhere, anytime? Chanting
Yes, Prabhu.
with your mind. Are you ready to do that?
Yes, Prabhu.
Very good. Felicia Danswa. Felicia Danswa. Are you there? Dr. Israel.
Prabhu, please, I'm here.
Are you here, Prabhu? I'm here.
Are you ready to chant with your mind always?
Yes, Prabhu, I'm
Yes,
ready.
please.
Wherever you are. And that is cleanliness
Yes, sir.
indeed. Yes. Cleanliness from within to without. If you want to be clean always, then always chant silently in your mind. Krishna enjoys that kind of chant and he reciprocates very, very fast, directly, instantly. So you should practice that. It's a way of practicing cleanliness. I would say no illicit sex. That is the negative polarity. No illicit sex. That means always chant the holy name of the Lord. That is the positive polarity. So we are not dwelling in the negative, but we are replacing the negative with positive engagement. So no illicit sex. That is, if you do illicit sex, there will be pollution. You'll be unclean. So to remain always clean, constantly chant the holy name of the Lord. Okay? Avoid unnecessary free mixing with the opposite sex. Okay? Treat every woman as a mother. Every woman apart from your wife as a mother. Okay? Treat others the way you would like to be treated by others. These are positive ways of practicing cleanliness. So while avoiding the negative, you should do the positive, okay? Not only that, always eat fresh food. Fresh food, no food in the mode of ignorance. Always eat fresh food. Then also, you should take baths twice at least a day. Twice. In the morning, early in the morning, you take bath. In the evening, you should take bath also. Don't act on laziness. Go and sleep after struggling, mixing with people for the whole day. You just go and sleep without bath. This is external. Then always wear fresh clothes, clean your home, keep your environment, clean. Then simple living, high thinking. Then, of course, try to worship deities. This will give you the foundation for cleanliness. Have some picture deities that you can pray to, you can offer incense to. Okay, these are 4 pillars, and we have just treated one of them. No illicit sex. No illicit sex. Illicit sex destroys cleanliness. So we say no illicit sex. That means you have to be clean. You have to be clean, and to be clean, constantly chant the holy name of the Lord. Treat every woman, apart from your wife, as your mother. Treat other men's properties as garbage. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Avoid unnecessary free mixing. Chant internal japa. Chant Hare Krishna mantra all the time for internal cleanliness. Then for more external cleanliness, eat fresh food, take bath at least twice a day, wear fresh clothes, clean your home. Keep everything minimum, simple, and clean, well maintained. Cleanliness. Then try to worship some deity. Have some picture deities that you can offer incense to. Very important. So it remains no intoxication, no meat eating fish or eggs. Let us quickly rush intoxication, then we can stop for today. 6:30, 7:38. Okay. No intoxication. What did you say? Which of the legs intoxication breaks? Austerity or
Self-control.
austerity? Self-control. Austerity or self-control. So you want to be self-controlled and we want to be austere. So we say on the negative note, no intoxication. That is negative. What are we not supposed to consume on that negative note? No coffee, no chocolate, no alcohol, no drugs, no marijuana, no kind, no palm wine. No palm wine also. Then, how do we perform austerity positively? Now we know the don'ts, the things that constitute intoxication. We know that, so we should avoid them. Okay? While avoiding the negative, those to be avoided, what are the positive practices, activities we should do in order to practice the positive aspect of no intoxication, or how to practice austerity and self-control? How do we practice austerity or self-control? Waking up early in the morning. Waking up early in the morning. This is a way of practicing positive way of practicing no intoxication. Waking up early in the morning. Okay, it's not intoxication, no. It's austerity. Okay, intoxication and austerity, they work together. So we do the negative now. We are doing the positive. We want to be austere. And austerity begins with self-control, regulating our daily activities. So waking up early in the morning is a positive way of practicing self-control. It is called austerity, but tapo diviam is a divine austerity, accepting bodily inconveniences for the elevation of the soul. This is austerity. So this begins by waking up early in the morning. Once it is 3 o'clock, 3:30, you wake up as a devotee. And when you wake up, you don't go back to sleep. And that's why you need to sleep early. You don't stay after 9. 10 o'clock, that is when you carry your phone. You start scrolling phone, oh, you go TikTok, you go Facebook, you go YouTube, till 12 o'clock. Sometimes it even go beyond 12 before you sleep. And you expect to wake up by 4. You see yourself waking up by 6. So you need to practice waking up early, but to be able to do it effectively, you should take rest early. So the time stipulated for devotees to take rest is 9 o'clock. But practically speaking, most of the time we sleep by 10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12. And that affects our waking up. So that regulation must be consciously done. We should try to sleep as early as possible. Okay? You can still go to your social media, you do fast, and conclude it. If you have to send some messages, you quickly send the messages, and you look through few things, essential things. Yeah, you go and check your followers, number of followers. And you learn some things, you save some, you engage in some other people's this thing, sharp. Then you stop and you go and take rest. So waking up early in the morning is the first thing, first aspect of austerity. And you should have a doable morning program. Doable morning program. Now, doable means you don't go and follow the temple standard strictly. Temple say Mangalati by 4:30, then you have to start by 4:30 also, blow conch. If you are married, blow conch by 4:30. All the witches and wizards say you are the witch. So they will gang up. You become the cockroach in the midst of fowls, in the gathering of fowls. They will label you, take you to some different quarters for judgment, and they will find you guilty and expel you from that house. So you don't blow the conscience. You don't want to agitate somebody. You don't blow conscience. You just wake up, you clean your deities, and some environments, if you offer incense, that time people they feel provoked because the witches and wizards, they are just coming back from wherever they went. So you come and light incense in the environment. You want to drive them away from their house. They will just combine and complain you. So you have to be clever. So if incense is going to cause agitation to others, you don't even offer incense. You can offer flour, you can offer water, something that will not agitate others. Understand? You just do that one simple and you chant whatever. Doable program. That's why I say, because you have to go to work also, maybe you have to leave your house by 6:30. So you have to, while playing, you have to record your own of those programs and play it low so that the person in the next room will not even hear. You play it very softly, then while playing it, you go and brush, you go and bath, and you even put your foot on fire while still doing the Mangalati, listening to this is called doable program. You adjust the program to suit your environment. And Krishna understands. Krishna is called Bhavagrahi Janardana. He who understands the innermost intention of the devotee. He who responds to, not just understand, he responds to the innermost intention of the devotees. So if external circumstances are not favorable, Krishna understands more than you. And he will just take your effort from within. He responds to your innermost feeling. You want to do the Mangalati, but the external circumstances are not favorable. So he just take it. Whatever you do, he accept it. So do doable morning program. But endeavor to do. That endeavor, Krishna receives the endeavor. He take it as you have already done it. You have the desire to do it, and you make some endeavor. You will take it and you have already done it. Okay? As a devotee, that gives you a lot of strength because the foundation of the house You can enable the house to stand challenges of different kinds of weather. So the foundation of your house for the day, your spiritual foundation, is those morning programs. You see? So have the audio recordings of Slapampa, Japa, and all of that. You'll be doing those things. Listen to them briefly, and you go. So do doable morning programs. Then he said, he who protects the morning program will be protected by the morning programs also. If you try to maintain the morning programs, the morning programs will maintain you also. There is a symbiotic, reciprocal relationship between these programs, purifiers, and yourself. As you try to do them, they will also create the opportunity for you to do. They nourish you. He who protects the money programs is also protected by the money programs. So that is it. Then we have austerity of the body, mind, and speech. And there are some quotations in Bhagavad Gita that talk about this. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, verse 13, 14, 15, 16. You go and read there. You see austerity of the body, austerity of the mind, and austerity of speech. So you have to practice these austerities. Understand? I think you want to be free from intoxication now, because intoxication destroys austerity. You want to maintain your austerity and your self-control. So these practices will enable you to maintain austerity and self-control. This is the positive aspect of this principle, regulative principle. No intoxication. No intoxication means you must perform austerity and self-control. That is the meaning. And these are the way you can practice this austerity and self-control. Okay? Tapasya is defined as voluntary bodily inconveniences for advancement in spiritual life. Also faithfully observe the holy days like Ekadasi and Jamasami, or the appearance days of the Lord, and create personalities. That is the meaning. So we have treated two, and in our next class we continue with the other two. Then we expatiate on it, and we end. So we can end early and enter into the next lesson. That is Guru Puja in our next class. So on this note, I want to ask if there are some questions or commentaries on these points. Can briefly address them. Then we can close the class for today. And go and enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself in preparation to go Punimaki Jai. Tomorrow is go Punima. Hare Krishna.
Sorry, I came in late.
Haribo.
I think at the point where you were talking about 4 legs, 4 pillars, you said something about a cow when you're talking about the initiation vows. I didn't get the beginning part. As I now joined when you
Okay. Religion is standing on 4 legs.
religion.
Religion is standing on 4 legs, and the cow is the symbol of religion. So the 4 legs of the cow represents the 4 pillars of religion. The 4 pillars of religion are mercy, austerity, truthfulness, and cleanliness. These are the 4 pillars of religion. And the 4 legs of the cow represent these 4 pillars. And we say there are some habits, some attitudes, that activities that destroy these 4 pillars. Like somebody carry a weapon and is cutting these 4 legs of the cow. So one of the cutlass that cut one of the legs of the cow is meat eating. If you are eating meat, you are actually cutting one of the legs of the cow. And what leg does it cause? Mercy or compassion for other living entities. So meat eating destroys mercy or compassion. One of the legs of the cow. It is said now in Kali Yuga that leg has already been destroyed. So if you cut one leg of a 4-legged object, the situation is called a wobbling situation. Wobbling. You cannot, if you are moving, you will be doing damburubu, damburubu, damburubu. You will blow. You cannot walk proper. So the car cannot walk proper because one of the legs is destroyed. Then the second leg is tapa or austerity. And it is intoxication that destroys austerity. Intoxication destroys austerity. And illicit sex destroys cleanliness. And gambling destroys truthfulness. So we are trying to say you should not just only say the negative aspects. Negatively, you avoid the negative, but you should do positive activities. Because it's positive and negative. How do you maintain mercy? Then there are activities you should do that can help you to maintain mercy. How do you, while avoiding intoxication, how do you maintain austerity or self-control? This is what we were talking about just now. How to maintain austerity and self-control. Wake up early in the morning as the first thing. You wake up, you don't sleep continuously. Wake up early in the morning. The first thing you should do. Then we also say you should protect the money program. You should do doable money program. Positive. Doable money program. And then you should try to do the money programs. And if you do those programs, the money programs will also protect you. You should protect them. Then we say there's austerity of the body, austerity of the mind, austerity of speech. These are contained in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, verses 13 to 16 to 17. Yeah, 13 to 17. So go and read that one. That will help you to clarify what it means by austerity of the body, mind, and speech. And we say generally austerity is defined as voluntary bodily inconveniences for the development of the spirit. And then we say, yes, part of it is to faithfully observe appearance days, like Jamasami, Gora Punima, which is coming tomorrow, Ekadasi. That means tomorrow you should participate in Gora Punima. Gora Punima is usually done by fasting till evening. So tomorrow you should have fast till evening for a start. Then during the day you'll be maintaining playing kittens. You use your pod, your earpiece. Anywhere you are, you'll be playing kitten unheard by anyone else. Even if you are in the working place, you'll be playing. Then in the evening, physically, carry yourself, go to the temple. There will be fire jagya, there will be abhishek. They will barb the deity. You go and participate. Then there will be tumultuous kitten everywhere. Go and participate. And usher in the appearance of Lord Chaitanya was in the evening. The junction, the handshake between day and night. That is where Lord Chaitanya appeared. So you should be there for that program. Then you should participate in the feast. If you cannot fast you can eat non-grain. You cannot fast, you should eat non-grain. Don't eat grain tomorrow. Appearance day of the Lord and his expansions, devotees fast from grains. So you should participate like this. Fast from grains tomorrow. In the evening, go and participate in Abhishek and fire sacrifice and a lot of kirtans. Charge the atmosphere, purify, invoke the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. But Lord Chaitanya come to kill the demoniac mentality of the people in Kali Yuga. He did not come with guns, but he came with the holy name. This weapon is the holy name. He used it to destroy the demoniac mentality of the people. Because the holy name is not different from Krishna. Just as fire, can make a dull iron rod fiery by association. When we constantly associate our dull mind with the fiery holy name of the Lord, there will be purification. Serious one. And it is individual. Krishna will reciprocate. So make yourself available tomorrow. Schedule yourself in a way that you find yourself in the temple. Go and offer obeisance to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hear about him and a lot of kata about him. Then take prashadam that is being offered to him. Tomorrow, do yourself that good. I think we're not going to do it. Do it. Participate. Even buy fruits. Go and offer to Lord Chaitanya. And meditate quietly. Take your chapa. You are chanting. So that is it. We say, do this, and you are there.
Hare Krishna,
And our
Prabhu.
next Hare Krishna.
Okay, you said ways of practicing cleanliness. I didn't get the first one. I got the second one, which is that we should treat other people the way we want them to treat us, the way we want to be treated. Then he said, so that greed, envy, and greed, envy will not pollute us. What was the first point you made before?
About cleanliness.
Yes, Father.
Okay. Yeah. About cleanliness, yes. We talked about few negative injunctions. I will say cleanliness by definition. When we say cleanliness, no illicit sex. By definition, it means no illicit sex means not having premarital or extramarital affairs, having sex only for the purpose of procreation, no artificial means to be employed, no dildos, or the artificial machines. Then we should also look every woman as our mother, every woman apart from our wife as our mother. And for women, we should look at all men apart from our husbands as our sons. So, yes. Then we say these are positive injunctions. So then few more negative injunctions. Illicit sex, that means to be avoided both in thoughts, in words, and deeds. So not to think of it. Also, yes, we say not think of it or think about it, then don't talk about it, then don't plan it. Don't think it, don't talk it, don't plan it. These are positive ways of practicing. Then also avoid exposure to it. Then we give the story of Ajamila, how he saw prostitutes and he started contemplating and he went back to follow up and he got the prostitutes and he went deep, married her, started begetting children with her until death hold his neck. Then he was shouting for his last son to come and save him. Fortunately for him, that is the name of Vishnu. So Vishnu Dutas appeared. So one who remembers Krishna at the time of death, Krishna's servants will appear. And Yamaraj servants cannot withstand the presence of Krishna's servant because it's like the sun and darkness. They cannot stay together. Then we say also avoid exposure. Then we talk about the Jamila case. Then we say if you see a woman for the first glance, you are considered innocent because you cannot close your eyes walking on the street. You must see. You must see. But when you see, don't look back for the second time. If you look for the second time, that you are becoming purposeful. And that if you look for the third time, you have become a rascal. So avoid looking back. Then we gave the example of the 8 stages of fall down, as in Bhagavad Gita 2:62 and 63. Jiyayate Visaya Punsa, Sangas te Supajayate, Sangas Sanjayate Kama, Kama Kudu Abhijayate. Kodo Babati Samuha, Samuha's Briti Vibrama. Vidi Brahsa Budina. So Budina Sa pronunciation. While contemplating the object of the senses, person develops attachment. From attachment, anger, lust, everything. So we should avoid contemplating on the objects of the senses. And what else did we say? What else did we say? Yes, we also said about more of the physical. Avoid unnecessary mixing with the opposite sex. We should internally chant. Okay, before then we said we should treat other people's property as garbage. Okay? Treat other people's property as garbage. Not that you look down on them, but whatever doesn't belong to you, don't be greedy for it. Just control your emotions, control your greed. Then you should treat others the way you would want to be treated by others too. And this is just a clue that how do we positively practice cleanliness? Say avoid unnecessary free mixing with the opposite sex. Chant internal japa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Hare. All the time, anywhere, anytime, that Krishna is Baba Grahi Janardana. He responds to the innermost intention of his devotees. And we say, yes, this is the proselytizing game, cleansing the hearts of all the dust that are accumulated in the middle of the heart. It is the chanting process, very, very powerful. Then we say, okay, also eat fresh food, take bath at least twice a day, wear fresh clothes, clean your home, keep everything minimal, and simple living, high thinking, and create time for spiritual practices. Then you do little deity worship also. And that was what we talked about, cleanliness. Then we talked about intoxication. On the other hand, austerity or self-control. Illicit sex on one hand, cleanliness on the other hand. It's the same thing. It's part of your exam question. Which particular habit destroyed which of the legs? So anyway, that is about it. Thank you very much. Is that okay?
One.
Okay, thank you very much. You have overstayed.
Babu.
Babu.
I've raised my mouth, but you haven't called me.
Okay, sorry about that. Even Paul also raised his hand too.
I don't like that too.
I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Prabhu, my question is, about the Alexis said, you said cleanliness. And you said no artificial sex is for children. So you mean after so you mean if you don't want to give birth again, you can't use condom, you can't use nothing. And apart from
Yes.
that, too, if you are not going to give birth, no sex again. So
And
how?
now you go control now.
Hey,
Even if it is said that, see, I'm making it even simple. How Prabhupada wanted is that even if you are married, you just meet your wife once, and you have to calculate the time after ovulation. You go there, and she'll be pregnant. Once she's pregnant, no more sex, and you remain no sex for 9 months until
hey,
she
that
give birth. Once she give birth, no more sex also till the child reach certain age. Otherwise, if you go again, the children, the gap will be too close. So it is also, if you are practicing like that, you are also like a brahmachari or a brahmachari. You are practicing
hey,
celibacy. Then
Ghana.
your children will be very powerful.
Oh, that one there is
And
perfect. Oh,
uh,
that one there is very good because our children be powerful. But 9 months, 1 year, 10 years, no, Ghana black men, men, no, they won't allow us to.
when I go there, preach philosophy to ourselves now. You go preach
They will not.
philosophy to him. When he preach to you,
They,
you will also preach philosophy to him. Say, this is what Prabhupada said.
hey,
Yes, now. Unless you say like him. So when
it,
you say,
no, no, no,
I don't want to
it's not that.
vex. I don't want to offend you. So like
No, no,
that.
no, no. It's not that.
Again,
But the men,
you say no artificial means also. The artificial means,
uh,
some people they use some machine. They use some
me,
machine.
I'm talking about the contraceptives and those things. But the machine, I don't know.
All are part of it. Contraceptives, all. Instead of
Eh,
contraceptives, we don't want to control the urge, control the
we there
desire to do.
we can control by the
Huh?
men, the men. We there we
And
can
the
control
man
by
can,
the men.
the man will
They
also
will not agree.
control. When I two go they control like anything with philosophy and everything together.
So you mean, like me example, I've finished with giving birth. So now they are Brahma. How do we say it in a woman's own Brahma? Is it brahmachari or what chari?
So you have to become a brahmachari now. Brahmachari,
Now
that's what. Now for
to
you, no,
become brahmachari.
for you, no more. No more. The chapter is closed. No
No,
more.
it's okay. Hare Krishna.
Haribo. Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Haribo. So next time when we come, we'll continue with no meat eating. Fish or eggs. See, this course is very powerful. Oh. You are going to hear many things you never hear before. Powerful course. Oh. Okay, thank you very much. May Guru and Krishna give us their blessings so that tomorrow we can enjoy Guru Purnima and do all the things right. Wake up early, chant many rounds before Mangalati even. Then throughout the day, we'll be engaged in all kinds of activities. You can take some books to your working place also. If you're able to distribute 1 or 2 books to some of your workers, it's a very powerful way of observing Guru Purnima. But that's all what Lord Chaitanya wants. Give Krishna consciousness to others, either by chanting or by your personal behavior or by something, somehow or the other, attract people to Krishna. So do it tomorrow. Anyhow, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
ISKCON founder Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhu. Okay, sorry, Bhakta Paul. Paul Emuo Bonuve. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, I have a question.
Your hand is been up now. That's what I'm saying. Sorry.
Yes.
Ask your question.
My question goes. I say, which other way one can chant this 16 round without the chanting bead? Maybe one is very busy. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. The question again. I say, which
there's a machine. There's some mechanical stuff like that. You hold it in the Muslims used to have it. It's a counter kind of. The Muslims use it. So where they are selling Muslim textbooks, if you go there, they also have that counter. You buy it, then you'll be chanting with it. You are holding it. Nobody will know that you are a chanting bead you are holding. You are counting. So you'll be chanting silently. I'll be using that one to count. They want to.
Sorry to interject. This question I asked because of my involvement in work, I find it also difficult. So was it last month or so? I now asked for Adunant. Does it not that what if like I'm in the bus or I'm like outside without my japa bag and I'm just like chanting? He now said that there's a significance for the japa mala, that one has its place, that each of them have their place. So I'm now wondering that because the same question, it's difficult to complete my 16 rounds. And I don't know how. So that's why
No. We help you, mother. It's not a big thing.
I saw this counter, and I think this counter too can help.
You have the counter?
No, not yet, but I can get it. Because it's not the way you can bring out your jumper bag.
If you go to Ring Road, if you go to Ring Road,
yes, Pablo.
You are going to see that Muslim setup there where they are selling those. You go there, you get the counter.
Yeah. Okay, Pablo.
Yes, you just hold it and you are counting. Only you know what you are chanting. You just press when you finish. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, you press the next one. Okay, but most practically, try to sleep early. Try to sleep early, even if you have some assignments, do them early. At least at most 10 o'clock, you are taking rest. Then you can wake up early. By 3:30, 4, you wake. You just dedicate the first as you bath, wash your mouth, bath, finish. Even sometimes and my even bath. You just wash your head, wash your mouth, wash your legs, purify yourself. Then you chant. You chant some rounds. If you dedicate 30 minutes, say this 30 or 45 minutes, I will chant. Then by the time you chant those ones, you have already covered 6 rounds. Then you know how to manage the rest. But you must chant before you leave the house. Yes, chant at least 6 rounds before you leave the house. Then the other ones, you will use the counter and other things to make it up. Once the determination is there, the opportunity will also unfold. Okay? Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. See you. His confounded Charya Sula see Bhakti Vedanta Swami Sula Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
Long live ISKCON Disciple Course, long live all the students, long live Bhakti Vedanta Academy for Culture and Education. May you all become initiated very soon. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.